Welcome to the Brant and Sherri Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To order Brant's latest book, Life is Hard, God is Good, Let's Dance, or to find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.
So the list of annual banished words is out. These are words that they say are played out. We should get rid of them. And it's from Lake Superior State University.
Oh, okay.
So Lake Superior State, and they said, don't say full stop anymore. That's played out.
Okay.
Don't say my bad.
Oh, yeah. We've
been using that for 40 years.
Yeah, I think it's time to retire it, yeah.
Here's my thing, though, Lake Superior State. I know it's the name of the lake, right? But if you're going to tell us what to do, you just got to be aware
that you're playing into a stereotype there.
Like, we already have an idea how you're going to be. Like,
and when you come in here saying, stop saying this.
Hey, everybody, stop. Lake Superior. Is there anywhere you'd love to go, but you haven't been there yet, like on the planet? I'll ask you that.
Greece.
Greece?
Yeah.
Yeah, so having a map of Greece doesn't quite work, does it? Like, for people who've been to Greece, you have these memories, you have this experience, you've tasted the food, you've felt the breezes, or you've seen the Aegean Sea, or you've like been to the Parthenon or whatever. Like, it's all... That's the difference between knowing God for real and knowing about God. A lot of us have a map. We know about God, but it's nothing like knowing him. The three-dimensionality of it, it's more than 3 dimensions. Like knowing him, tasting and seeing that he's good. Just having a map. Yeah, you can know about him, but how about experiencing him for real? You can do this. One thing you can do in the new year that is so important, I can't stress it enough, and I know this for myself too, decide what and who you're going to pay attention to. There's not a lot else we control. I mean, you can get worked up about stuff all over the world. There's a million different legitimate issues, but who am I paying attention to will determine everything. If I'm paying attention to the good stuff, Jesus said, if you abide in me, I'm going to bear this fruit in you. It's stuff like peace and love and joy. Like that's how you get that. Like, I have to be paying attention to him.
Can I say for the podcast that when paying attention, what you pay attention to, there's like a lot of political things that have been going on as of the recording of this. And I was so excited, and if it's not wrong to say proud of myself, that I had no clue. Someone brought it up.
Good job.
And I was like, huh? When? Where? What time?
Good job.
What? Right. And I felt so good about that, and was probably more than slightly judged by the person I was talking to, who's like, you don't know what's going on. But, and again, I'm not saying be uninformed or anything like that, but what I will say is this. Once they told me whatever political thing was going on, and of course with their spin on it, there was nothing I could do at that moment. I had no action. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, well, then let me go over there. And you see what I'm saying? So,
that's what you should have said, though. Okay, that's it.
I'll handle it.
All right.
Don't you worry about it.
You stay here.
This will be handled today.
I'm going to go take care of this. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me.
Okay, so why is it threatening? Angering is the response to threat or somebody's will being thwarted.
Yes.
So why is it angering that you were unaware and not as deeply caring?
I think because it felt judging, perhaps, of just the awareness. A lack of awareness means I'm judging you for being aware, maybe.
Really? They felt that?
I don't know. I can't say what they felt or what they didn't feel. I'm just saying.
I can. I'm going to jump in and say
you are?
it.
Okay, great.
Definitively, I know exactly
what the person
their
that I don't
motives
know
were.
who they are.
No, but I've seen this happen where, again, if you don't care as much about their thing, that's how idolatry works. If you don't care as much about my thing, it threatens me.
Yeah.
If that's something that I actually, how should I put, celebrate.
Yeah.
And there's another word I was thinking about, worship. There's 2 words, celebrate and I don't know what the other word was, but and prioritize. Like, so if you don't do it at the same level, that is threatening, like, because you're not bowing down to my idol. Yeah. I saw this in a smaller way online. Somebody said the thing I think I've even quoted this guy as a sports writer named Will Leitch. I don't think he's a believer.
Okay.
He's from the same area of Illinois that I am, which is weird.
Really?
Yeah, but he writes for The Athletic and all these other articles.
Okay.
And he took up a theme that I think I even mentioned on the show, which I'm sure he wasn't listening, and he did it on The Athletic, so the New York Times sports section, basically.
Okay.
And my thing was they were talking about bowl games, like college bowl games. So there's the playoff games now, and then they have bowl games for teams who don't make the playoffs, but they're good teams.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, those bowl games have to go because they're meaningless. Like, meaningless? I mean, I'm obviously just going to go straight to existential. I'll tell you about meaningless. The whole thing's meaningless. It's college football. Like, where's the meaning? Those bowl games are meaningless. So there might be 60,000 people who go and have a good time, and then one team ends the season on a winning note, the other team doesn't, but everybody had a good time, whatever. The stakes aren't that high, but like families get together, people have fun.
Yeah.
They travel to a city, whatever.
That's your
That's
team.
meaningless.
Yeah, that's meaningless,
But the championship, now that's meaning. That's lasting. But this guy wrote that. He's like, hey, I got a little secret for you. It's all meaningless.
Oh, boy.
Like sports is sports. Yeah. It's not life, right? It's sports. There's some good thing from sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that is celebrated and protected at all. Like if my identity is wrapped up in this stuff, like my political positions or my hobbies, my why what like, well, if you call it out for not being the be all end all, that's threatening.
But I didn't think I was doing that. I just didn't know, and I did. Well, maybe I was. I was calling it out.
You were.
Yeah, I was. Because when they said it, I was like, I don't know, because I'm actively trying. I literally am actively trying not to know.
So I did offline for the Sabbath again, and when I went back online, it was like, whoa,
yeah,
a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm pretty sure that had I been online, it still would have gone down.
You don't have a bat phone where they're like, we couldn't get a hold of you, so we went ahead and ... There's nothing.
My take on it was in this case, like, well, that's pretty good actually, but I didn't need to know it.
Nobody needs to know.
They'll tell you.
Yeah,
they'll tell you.
They will find a way to tell you. And what I said to the person is this: I have to love, and this intake of information, that's why I'm talking about attention, and I mean it. This intake of information hinders me from doing the thing Jesus told me to do. He did not tell me I had to know all of this stuff. He did tell me to love.
Right.
And all of this stuff keeps me from staying in that posture. If I have to fight, if something is keeping me, making me have to fight to stay in that posture, then I don't need that thing. Yeah. Because it is hindering the main thing, which is being a disciple.
And it is true. And this was a book that was written years ago, and I've quoted it for many years, but there's a book called Why the News Makes Us Dumb. And this was before the internet really took off. The guy at Somerville, I think, was a professor at the University of Florida, and he wrote this little pamphlet. But he's just like, look, they have to act like it's the end of the world no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So it breaks down your idea of what matters. And they know this. They have a meeting twice a day at the New York Times to decide what's going to go on the front page. Nobody cares about the front page anymore. Nobody's even touching paper with the ink that gets on your hands anymore. But they still have these meetings because they know the importance of, if we uprank this, it puts it on the world's agenda. If we don't, nobody cares.
Right.
So they have that kind of power over us to go, this is the thing that you need to be concerned about right now. But he's like, look, if somebody lands on the moon, they'll let you know the next day, and you can get a copy of that paper the next day.
Or guess what? I love you. So if I come into the studio and you say to me, "Hey, guess what? Somebody, what? And you and I can talk about it. Right. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that. And then you'll have a certain take, and someone else will have a take. Yeah. Let me get that from humans rather than, because I'm going to take a step farther than just news and New York Times, rather than this algorithm that's been cultivated to pat me on the back.
Hey, this is Brant, and I have something you should know about. This is actually some very practical advice I'm going to give you. I'm almost proud of myself, although I have no responsibility for how awesome this actually is. America's Christian Credit Union. It's a totally different way of banking. I mean, it has all the usual conveniences. They got credit and debit cards and loans for all sorts of stuff. They're great for car loans, by the way, savings accounts, all that stuff, but is different because they use our money for good, for things I support. This is like one very easy way to be a blessing to people. America's Christian Credit Union funds all sorts of good things like adoptions, all sorts of ministries. It's a nonprofit. We get the benefits of a great credit union, but it helps people. I believe that is what is called a win-win. They're rock solid too. They've been around since the 1950s. So you should look into it. It's americaschristiancu.com/Brant. They have a special bonus if you go to that link. It's americaschristiancu.com/BRANT. Okay, so I heard 2 days ago, I heard John McWhorter, who's one of my favorite linguists.
Okay.
Like he's a linguistics professor. I listened to one of his courses, but he's increasingly got more political, which I think is too bad because he's such a charming, insightful person. But he said he cannot read a book anymore. He's the top linguist maybe in the country.
Why?
Because he's so addicted to the feeling. He says when he starts scrolling and he gets to be angry, and he says, you know what? The anger, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
He said that. So he himself doesn't have the attention span.
Yep.
Because the book that he's reading doesn't have the dopamine payoff that it has if he just runs off something he wasn't even aware of before, that puts the people he doesn't like in a space where he can feel like superior.
That's right.
So he said that on the Free Press podcast, and he said the words, it feels so good, it's tasty.
Yeah.
Thought that was so interesting. So yeah, that's addictive. That's desire taking over our wills. Like the idea of addiction, your desire now runs your will. Your will, if we're healthy, expands our view, but desire just hones in on the one thing.
Yes, that's right.
The will steps back and goes, well, is this really a good idea? That's like me when I had the conversation. Other people have done this. Like a friend of mine that was going to give up his marriage, and I sat down and went through what's going to happen to your daughter, what's going to happen, how this is going to sort out. Yeah. So I'm expanding from desire, expanding the viewpoint. And I've heard that's a good decision-making process if you're about to do something stupid based on infatuation or something. Like, play it out.
And I think that's really good when it comes to social media consumption.
Yes.
Like all of it, because again, this is being delivered to us. I know we all think we're so bright and smart, and I can determine you can't. They're paying millions and millions and millions of dollars based on the fact that you can't. So I think that being aware, that's for me. Once I was aware that I was starting to categorize people, that I was starting to, I could see it, I could feel it. And it's ridiculous. Yeah. Why do you feel this way? It's not your everyday experience.
Right, your lived reality.
So why are you're feeling this way? Because someone is feeding this to you and you're scrolling it through. So I have to stop that. Right. I have to stop that. And I think that for the new year, I just believe it. It is going to be so important because I've said it before. I'll say it again. I've said it about myself, and I believe it. How are we different if we all eat the same thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's just no way. There's no way you can consume the same thing. So when we consider ourselves countercultural, what does that even mean? It's someone has already defined culture for you, and I'm on the opposite of that. But that has even been defined for you. So the Bible app scripture today was my favorite.
Yes, Romans.
Yes.
Oh, that's Sherri's thing. She owns it.
Here's Sherri, TM, me and the Apostle Paul. But I went through and I saw one of it's all the different versions that you can get.
I went to the Message version of that.
Okay, read that. I did.
Okay, so this is Romans 12:1-2, or it's actually 12:2.
Yeah.
But the Message version, it's about not being conformed to the world. Mm-hmm. So like you're talking about being countercultural. Yeah. So here's what I want you to do, God helping you. Take your everyday, ordinary life, your sleeping, eating, going to work, and walking around life, and place it before God as an offering. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you can do for him. Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. Fix your attention.
Yeah.
You'll be changed from the inside out. Readily recognize what he wants from you and quickly respond to it. Unlike the culture around you, always dragging you down to its level of immaturity, God brings the best out of you, develops well-formed maturity in you. So I guess that was 12 and 1 and 2.
Yes. What you put your attention to, and then you're being transformed. Your mind is being renewed. And I don't know how that happens if we take in everything that everyone else takes in.
Right. So actively finding other stuff to take in is a really good idea.
It is. Yes.
You spending time deciding thoughtfully about the book to read next, or books, or podcasts, is thinking thoughtfully about, so that it's not just default noise.
Right.
Now you're already filling time with stuff that's actually building you up.
Doing that with friends.
Breathing life in, right.
You know what I mean?
But you have to, if you don't, the world will fill it up for you.
Yes, it will.
And then you can't be surprised when you're not growing up.
That's very true.
So there's a quote from James Clear. I was going to use this on the show too, but
we can still use it.
Okay. He said, "New goals don't deliver new results. New lifestyles do. And a lifestyle is a process, not an outcome. For this reason, all your energy should go into building better habits, not chasing better results. Don't just say, I want to be more at peace.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's going to be a function of your habits.
Yeah. What
you're listening to. But again, the default is not going to be healthy in this culture.
Yeah. That's very true.
You're not going to run past one billboard after another reminding you of the goodness of God constantly.
It's intentional.
Right, so you're going to have to be really intentional about it, but you can. And then it actually, there's only so much time in the day. You start filling your mind with good stuff. There's not much time left for stupid stuff.
He promises. I was talking to a mutual friend this morning. She was like, I just got it. She said, there's no substitute for abiding in him. There's nothing else. And she said,
no, there's not.
And we came to the conclusion that Jesus promised rests. That's what's on the other side of this, is rest. He gives us rest.
So you quoted something, I had said something on the show just a minute ago, and then after we were done recording, you quoted that hymn.
Yeah.
Which, being a church kid, I totally remember. But and it's take it to the Lord in prayer.
Oh, what peace we often forfeit.
Yeah. Oh, what peace we often forfeit.
Oh, what needless pain we bear.
What peace we forfeit. We forfeited it.
Yeah.
We forfeited peace. Why? And if you're like, well, I need my daily briefing. Okay, maybe you do, but I bet you don't. On all this stuff, I bet you don't. Could be wrong. Maybe you're listening. You are in Washington, D.C. You do
have a bat phone. If you do, thanks for listening,
Mr. Rubio, Secretary Rubio. If this is you, Godspeed. You do have to stay up on this stuff. I don't have to.
Right.
And I'm a journalism grad and all that stuff, but I know, again, how do I fill my attention is how I'm going to live my actual life that I get to live.
The Brant and Sherri Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.